Hey guys, we are currently in Florida. If you guys watched my video from like almost a year ago, I came here and I thrifted, so we're here to thrift again. Last time, if you guys remember, I didn't have the best luck, but I'm really excited because today we're at the red, white, and blue thrift store, which a bunch of you guys did recommend. And it's actually the thrift store I originally wanted to go to, but like I just didn't have the time to make it out here, so we're finally thrifting here today. And yeah, I'm really excited because I feel like this is like the classic American thrift store. This is where I see like fellow Floridian thrifters find like all their good shit. So very excited. This video is also sponsored by Louisa, which I'm going to talk a little bit about before we get into the thrift. Yes, we are once again sponsored by Louisa, so you guys must be loving them just as much as I have. And if you don't know what Louisa is, they are a sustainable jewelry brand perfect for high quality, thoughtful gifts. And they just so happen to also be my all-time favorite jewelry brand. It's literally all I wear at this point. And I'm super excited because they did send me a few more pieces to add to my collection. Starting with the Laura Bold Silver necklace. This is just like a chain detail necklace, which I'd been eyeing for a while because I really wanted to add it to my current silver stack here with my other Ana Luisa pieces. And I think that was the missing necklace to really complete this look. The next thing they sent over were the Huggy hoops in size mini. If you guys watched my last video, I actually got these in size small, but because my earlobes are basically non-existent, they were a little too big, but these ones are the perfect size for what I wanted to use them for, which brings me to the final piece that they sent me, which are, it's probably hard to see, but they are these red heart charms. These actually just slide right on to the earrings so that you now have like the perfect little dangly charm. I absolutely love the red color. I think it's so beautiful and like super festive for the holiday season. And I cannot believe that I only recently found out that Ana Luisa sells these earring charms separately. I think it is so genius because you only need to buy the Huggy hoops once and then you can just keep buying additional charms for them for a fraction of the price that it would cost you to buy a whole new earring. So I cannot wait to continue to add more charms to my collection. And I also think this would make the perfect holiday gift. Like if you gift your friend the Huggy hoops, a pair of charms, and then you could just like for each occasion, you know, gift them a new charm to add. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna gift my sister the other Huggy hoops that didn't work out for me. And for like Christmas, her birthday, whatever holiday, I'm gonna gift her more and more charms. So it really is like the gift that keeps on giving. And if charms aren't necessarily your thing, you cannot go wrong with any one of the beautiful, long-lasting pieces that Ana Luisa has on their website. Like these rings, for example, these have been my everyday go-to and they look just as good as the day that I got them. And they also come in this super cute gift ready packaging, so you don't have to do any additional Christmas wrapping. And the holidays are right around the corner, so if you still have a few people to check off of your Christmas list, Ana Luisa has an amazing holiday sale going on right now, so be sure to check it out using the link in my description. So thank you so much, Ana Luisa, for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to thrifting. I think it just opened, like, I think it opened at 9, so we're here at 10:30. We're still pretty early. It's Monday morning, so cross our fingers we find some good stuff, and yeah, let's go thrifting. There she is. She's beautiful. We just realized it was cash only, but luckily Matt has some cash on him. So $41. That's our budget. That's all we got. So I started in the shoe section as per usual and found these vintage black boots. And this thrift store was packed with shoes. Like they were layered one on top of another. These ones were actually made in Canada, which I thought was funny to find all the way out here. But the shoes here were honestly really expensive. Like, yes, these Crocs looked brand new, but $35 is wild. Like, I thought Canada was bad. Really love the colorway of these Tevas, but yeah, once again, 15 was a little bit pricey. And I'm so sorry, but that was all I filmed in the red, white, blue thrift store. So we ended up taking a little Dunkin' break and headed over to the Goodwill. The first thing I found was this vintage skirt. It had this asymmetrical hem with this red underlayer. Very like vampire vibes. And this was from the brand Jubilee, made in USA. That's one of my favorite parts of thrifting in America. Like the USA tags just hit different. And pretty much all the skirts were priced at $7, which would be $10 Canadian. So honestly, once again, quite pricey. So if I was gonna buy something, it had to be something I really liked. Absolutely love these Arizona cargo shorts. I just don't think they were my size, and I already have something similar. Next, I pulled the most stunning vintage dress, which kind of restored my faith in this whole trip. It was black and beige with this floral kind of like a lacy print throughout, and I absolutely loved the little beaded detail on the straps. This one's from the brand 579, made in USA, and it was $8. So after that, I decided I needed to look through all of the dresses. Since it's Florida, there's a ton of these like summery, beachy dresses to go through, but eventually I did find this vintage dress from the brand Hot Tempered, and I absolutely loved the print and colors on this one from the brand Wanted. Then I randomly came across this vintage crew neck, which was probably just from somebody's old high school, but I really loved this little art club graphic. It was also very like thick, heavyweight material. Then into the change room I went, where I tried the black dress on, and oh my god, look at the asymmetrical hem. So good. This dress was just a little small for me, and I feel like it was meant to fit looser, not like full-on bodycon. I also found this cute sheer purple patchwork print dress, but I don't know, something about it I wasn't loving. Plus it had like a huge stain on it. Then we took another break and ended up at this Christmas store, which had the most insane light display on the inside, and that was really helping us get into the Christmas mood even here in Florida. These little guys definitely reminded me of home. And of course had to hit up our favorite American spot, Raising Cane's. So good. Okay, we haven't had the best of luck today, but we're giving it one last try, so hopefully we can find something here, right?
Let's hope.
You're tired.
Please.
Matt's tired. So yes, we did hit up yet another Goodwill, and I immediately started finding some gems in the skirt section, like this blue plaid mini from the vintage brand Possessed. And as you can see, the skirt prices were pretty consistent across all the Goodwills, but this one would have been 50% off. I absolutely loved this polo Ralph Lauren cargo skirt in the dark denim with this red contrast stitch. So good, the little flag detail too. This maxi skirt was a fun print from the brand Blush. Then I looked in the dresses and found this one, which was right up my alley. From the brand Upfront, America just has the best vintage tags, like that's so fun. I really love the micro floral print on this one. Speaking of, another floral dress, this time from the brand No Boundaries. And then I was off to the change rooms once again. I tried on this striped tank because I really like the colors, but the fit was just not flattering. This top was super cool with this like side tie and split sleeves, but I kind of just felt like a giant candy cane in it, so I left that behind. Then here's the dress, super cute with this almost like quilted texture on the top half, but I will admit it was quite short. And here's the skirt, clearly not fitting, and I didn't really like the print on as much as I did on the rack. Here's the plaid skirt, which was cute, but I think the colors would have been a little bit hard to style. There's Matt waiting very, very patiently for me. And lastly, the Ralph Lauren skirt, which was so cute. It fit perfectly, but I kind of have a lot of skirts that have a similar vibe, so I didn't get it, but I kind of regret it. I kind of wish I got it. Okay, it's a new day. We're trying our luck at another Goodwill, and I'm pretty sure this is the Goodwill bins. I'm not 100% sure, but we're gonna see. So it was in fact the Goodwill bins, but this one was set up a little bit differently compared to the one back home. First off, this big room was the clothing room, and it's filled with these deep black bins. Unlike the shallow blue ones that I'm used to, this made digging for things a lot harder because you literally had to reach all the way to the bottom. And then they had this separate smaller room for all of the housewares. I found this cool vintage magazine. Overall, there was just a bunch of random stuff from like kids' toys to picture frames to dishware, but obviously none of that was really gonna fit in my suitcase. And you guys know the clothing is what I'm truly interested in. And if you guys don't know how the Goodwill bins works, basically they work in rotations where they bring out a certain amount of bins, you look through it, they take it away, and then they bring more. So I waited for the next rotation, and it was basically a free-for-all. Everyone kind of chose a bin at random and started looking through them. And not only were the bins too deep here, but I found that they mixed in the new clothes with the old clothes from the previous rotation. So you are digging through a lot of things that you've already seen before. Plus, I think it took them 2 hours in between rotations, which is super long. I don't know if it's because I came on the wrong time and they were like on their lunch break or something, but I'm pretty sure in Canada it's like every 15 minutes or half an hour at least. So that also wasn't great. So this was definitely not my favorite bin store I've been to, but I did find this green floral scarf. At this point, pretty much anything vintage was going in the cart. I was also surprised to find these nice light wash Tommy jeans. They were made in Mexico, so I'm pretty sure they're from like the early 2000s. And I really like the colors of this Nautica swim top, the red and the blue, but I don't think it was my size, so I left that behind. Then I found this pretty floral short sleeve top and also this little vintage floral skirt. But other than that, that's pretty much everything I stumbled across that was worth showing you guys. Alright guys, so I'm back in gloomy Toronto. It truly does look so gloomy compared to sunny Florida, but I'm back. I have a few things to show you. I did want to do a little debrief about the whole experience because I had really high hopes for this thrifting trip. Like I mentioned, the last experience wasn't that great, and I thought it was just because I was going to the wrong stores at the wrong time, and I thought for sure this time around it would be different, but I'm sad to report that it really wasn't. I did find a few things here and there, but like nothing in comparison to what I've seen other people find in Florida. So maybe it's just the Tampa area, that's where I was located, that's where I was thrifting. Maybe it's just not the best. Like, I was so disappointed about the red, blue, white thrift store. Like, I thought that was gonna be it. Like, I thought that's the only stop I was gonna have to make. But it was really cool that we got to go to a Goodwill outlet. I honestly didn't realize that there was one in the Tampa area, and it kind of hit me like halfway through the trip to like check and see if there is an outlet around. So that was really cool, although like I said, the outlet experience wasn't the greatest. The setup wasn't very good. At least I went, I gave it a try, but honestly I probably wouldn't go back to that location. Although I did get some really good deals compared to the other Goodwills, because I thought Canada was expensive. Man, American Goodwills that I went to were pricey, especially for a Canadian. But I actually only ended up buying things from the Goodwill outlet. Everything else you guys saw in the other stores, I just really didn't love them enough to make it worth it to buy. So starting off, not the usual items I thrift, but I did end up picking up a book. When I arrived in Florida, I realized I forgot to bring a book with me, and like that is kind of the main thing to do there, like sit on the beach and read. So when I saw this one just sitting at the bottom of the bins, I was like, perfect, I just need some reading material. I got this book, it's called Modern Lovers. It's from the same author as The Vacationers. I think I recognize that title. So that's the reason I picked it up. Also, the artwork was kind of cute. I ended up making it about a quarter of the way through, and so far it's okay. I feel like so many modern books these days, like the way they're written all sounds so similar. Like you could convince me that it was all written by the same author, so it's fine. I'm not a huge reader personally. I wish I was, I just don't have the time for it. So this was a nice little distraction, but if you guys have read this book before, please let me know if it's worth reading till the end. That is part of the reason I stopped reading. I was so tired of reading through an entire book just to be disappointed by the ending. So should I finish this? I don't know when I'm gonna have the time, but please let me know. And the book prices were separate from the clothing prices. I think I got this for like 80 cents. So very good deal considering I think it said it was like $35 Canadian originally. So I'll take it. Then the next item I ended up picking up is this scarf. I just really liked the pretty green color with the florals, like it's very much my style. And at this point in the trip, anything that I was finding with a vintage made in USA tag, I was taking because I was quite desperate at that point. Plus, this thing is so light, I must have got it for like cents on the dollar, you know? So this was basically free. Now, the only issue with it is it's definitely more rectangular shaped rather than a square, which is kind of giving me issues because I planned on wearing it in my hair like a little triangular bandana. But the problem is when you fold it like that, because it's a rectangle, the edges do not match up properly. And I thought it would be kind of fine once it was in my hair, but it just doesn't seem to be sitting right. So you guys let me know, like, does this look weird? Was this a fail? Because do you see how it's kind of creating those two triangles at the end? Because yeah, this was kind of the vibe I was going for. So I don't know if this was meant to be more of like a little neck scarf. Personally is not the way I would style it. But I don't know. I'll try to make it work, but no regrets because it was so cheap. And then the final item, I'm so sorry to disappoint you guys that this haul is quite small, but don't worry because my next video is going to be a collective thrift haul. There's a bunch of really good stuff in that upcoming haul, so stay tuned. But for now, I did end up getting this piece, which I'm really happy with actually. This is just this really pretty like white cream kind of floral short sleeve top, but it's got this beautiful little floral print throughout. It's in a nice ribbed material and then just has this really pretty little like tie-up detail on the front. So I feel like these kind of like florally tops, you definitely see a lot of like modern remakes of them, and I definitely had like the vintage version kind of in the back of my mind on my thrift list. So I actually was really excited to find this one. This one's from the brand Sustanza. Contemporary apparel, definitely vintage. I'm actually very surprised with how this fits. Like, it honestly fits perfect, and it kind of has that perfect like slightly cropped length, which I feel like is kind of harder to find with vintage pieces. They tend to be really long. So yeah, this was a special little piece to pick up, and I think my total at the Goodwill bins ended up being like under $4, so this probably cost me like a couple dollars. So such a good deal, and I feel like this piece alone made my trip to the Goodwill bins worth it. Don't forget to check out Louisa. It'll be in the link in my description, and I think this is definitely going to be my last video before Christmas, so I just want to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everyone. I probably will not post another video till the new year, so thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the new year.